Hello everyone, it's me Saroj Kese. Though this book doesn't belong to class 8, actually it's from class 7, but it's very suitable for class 8 as well. No problem, we can carry on. Okay, the first chapter we are going to study about the computer history and generations of computer. As we know, the computer has become the very integral, very inseparable part of our life. But we have to know its history before we operate the computer. We should know the history of computer. Here we can see the book describes about the counting devices first, and the first question is it's asking is who invented the computer. Most of us has already knew about the inventor of computer. Okay, now let's talk about abacus first. Actually, abacus is considered as the first calculating device, or we can call it a first calculator or computer. But many years ago, people used their fingers and pebbles for counting. They use finger and small stones to do small arithmetic calculations, addition, subtraction, multiplication. This method of counting was very difficult and tedious. Then a calculating device called abacus was invented. Okay, in my school, there is a class related to the abacus. UCMAS class is going on, and most of the students know about the abacus. Actually, it has olden abacus has wooden wooden border like this one, and it has two parts. The upper part, this is upper part, and this one is the lower part. And the upper part is known as heaven, and the lower part is called earth. So we have two parts, upper deck and lower deck, and this part is divided by beam, and these are called bits, and we move bits for counting. Okay, I will explain it later on how the counting is done on abacus. Actually, we move the bits towards this beam, and suppose this if we move the bits these bits here, and it indicates 1, and another goes up, it indicates 2, but it should be clear first. This should be clear, this should be gone here, and then the value, the upper value, this one has 5, and this one indicates 1, each bit's 1. And it is said that abacus was developed by Chinese a long time ago, 3000 BC, and Egyptian. The abacus was developed by Chinese and Egyptian around 3000 BC. At the time, abacus was used excessively in Russia, Japan, China, Greece, and Rome. An abacus consists of a rectangular wooden frame structured with series of vertical rods. Calculations are performed by manipulating the numbers of wooden bits up or down with fingers. As I have already told you, abacus is still being used in some countries like China, Japan, Russia, etc. Now we have second counting device, Napier's bone. Actually, it was invented by a Scottish mathematician Napier's bone in 1614. You have to remember the date over here. And Napier's bone, also called Napier's rods, are number rods which can be used to perform calculation of any number. The rods consist of strips of wood, metal, or heavy cardboard. There are 10 rods corresponding to the digits 0, 9, and okay, I will show you. You can read this paragraph yourself, but today I'm going to show you how it is used. It's very simple. Here we have 0 column, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here, and it goes up to 10, 9, and here another column is 2 and 3 4 5 6 7. So if you want to know the multiplication, you have to see here. For example, if you want to know the multiplication of 8, then you go to the 8. Here we have 8, and you go to the multiplier. Here we have 1. So 8 1 ja 8, and 8 2 ja 16, 8 3 ja 24, 4 ja 32, 5 ja. So all the listings are given here, and the calculations becomes very easier. Okay, later I will post some videos in coming days. Don't worry about this. Now we have another one is slide rule, and slide rule was invented by William Oughtred in 1620. He made the first slide rule by inscribing logarithms on wood. The slide rule is used primarily for multiplication and division. Before the invention of the pocket or handheld, the slide rule became a very popular calculating device. The use of slide rules continued until the electronic calculators developed. A simple slide rule consists of two movable marked scales in which one scale slips upon the other. The multiplication and division are done by sliding these two scales. Like here we have a scale, and here are the units are given. 1 2 3 4 5 scales are given here, and this one moves like backward and front and backward. So and the people find out the measurement. Okay, that is called slide rule, and it was invented by William Oughtred in 1620. Now let's move on to another invention, and it's Blaise Pascal's Pascaline. And he was French mathematician and invented Pascaline in 1642. Pascaline was the first mechanical calculating device that could add and subtract directly. Multiplication and division could be performed by repeated addition and repeated subtraction repeatedly. It looked like this. Okay. Now let's jump to the next page, and here we have stacked reckoner. Gottfried Wilhelm von Leibniz, a German mathematician, invented stepped reckoner in 1671. It was a digital mechanical calculator. He developed this machine by using Blaise Pascal's idea. It was the first calculator that could perform all four calculations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Even square roots could be calculated by series of stepped additions, and this handle was used to move the gears. It has gears, and the gears would move the numbers, and calculation could be done. Now another one is Jacquard's loom. In 1801, a French silk weaver Joseph Marie Jacquard invented an automatic weaving machine called Jacquard's loom. At the time, this loom revolutionized the weaving industry. This loom used punch cards to produce certain pattern in the woven cloth. The function of that loom depended upon the absence or presence of holes on the punch cards. It looked like this. Now we talking about Charles Babbage's two engines. One is differential engine. It is also known as differential engine, and another one is analytical engine. Here we have this one is differential engine, and another one we'll go to the next page and I will show you. And actually Charles Babbage is known as the father of computer science. The real beginning and the actual thought of modern computer was made by an English mathematician, Charles Babbage, in 1822. He developed an engine to perform different equation called the difference engine. However, Babbage never quite made a fully functional difference engine, and in 1833 he developed another computing device called analytical engine. Charles Babbage is known as the father of modern computer science because he gave the basic concept of computer in his analytical engine. So he is known as the father of computer. If somebody asks you the question why he is known as the father of computer, actually now modern computer works on input, process, and output. So what are the three things processing are input and process and output. So it the machine he made was based on this principle. So he is known as, he gave the basic computing basic concept of computer in the analytical engine. So he is known as the father of computer, though he couldn't made the computer as he thought, but his concept was used in modern computer. So in modern science, computer science, is known as the father of computer, Charles Babbage. In 1882, Charles Babbage, he was an English mathematician and designed an automatic mechanical calculating machine called difference engine. This device could perform calculation and print the result automatically. Okay, so here we have the analytical engine. And in 1883, Charles Babbage designed another calculating device called analytical engine. This device was the first general purpose fully programmable mechanical computer. This device could perform complex calculation and store the result. It was based on input, process, and output principle. The modern computer are based on Babbage's idea and same principle. So he is known as father of the computer. Now we are going to know about Lady Augusta Ada Lovelace, and she was an English writer. She suggested Charles Babbage to use binary number system for programs. Binary number system consists two digits, 0 and 1, and the data to be fed into analytical engine. That was the first programming concept, and so she is regarded as the world's first computer programmer. She made some programs for Charles Babbage too, analytical engine. So this lady is known as the first programmer, and this man is known as the father of computer. Charles Babbage and Lady Augusta Ada Lovelace will be remembered forever and ever uh, as the father of computer and the first programmer. Now we have Herman Hollerith and his tabulating machine. Dr. Herman Hollerith, an American census statistician, developed tabulating machine in 1887. It was a mechanical-based machine to rapidly tabulate statistics from millions of pieces of data. The tabulating machine was the first to make practical use of the punch card in data processing. So now let's know about Mark I. In 1937, Howard Aiken, a professor of Howard University, developed an electromechanical computer called Mark I. It is electromechanical computer. Remember this. It was the first electromechanical computer. This computer was originally called the Automatic Sequence Control Computer, ASCC, and later renamed Howard Mark I. So his name was Howard Mark I. Now we have Atnasoff Berry computer and Atnasoff ABC in short. Atnasoff Berry computer ABC was the first electronic digital computer. This computer was designed by Dr. John Vincent Atnasoff and Clifford Berry in 1942 at Iowa State College. History of computer in Nepal. So this was the ABC computer. This was the first electronic digital computer. This was the first electronic digital computer. Remember it. Now let's talk about the history of computer in Nepal. There is not long historical background about the use of computer in Nepal. Government of Nepal brought IBM 1401, a second generation computer, on rent for rupees 1,25,000 per month. Our government paid 1,25,000 per month. That is so expensive. To process census data of 2028 Bikram Sambat in 2031 Bikram Sambat National Computer Center NCC was established for national data processing and computer training. In 2038 Bikram Sambat, government brought another powerful computer, ICL 2950/10, fourth generation computer, from England to process the census of 2038 Bikram Sambat. आफ्टर सेन्सस मिन्स जनगणनाको लागि लिएर आएका थिए यी कम्प्युटरहरू र आफ्टर 2039 विक्रम सम्बत माइक्रो कम्प्युटर सच एज एप्पल, भेक्टर, Cyrus, etc. were imported by private companies and individuals in Nepal. Many private companies started selling computer and training people in order to produce computer manpower in Nepal. Today, there are thousands of computer training institutes, computer cells, and repair centers in Nepal. Now, computer subject is included in the curriculum of schools and college by CDC, Curriculum Development Center, and HSEB, Higher Secondary Education Board of Nepal. Within a few years, Government of Nepal is planning to apply computer education in all schools throughout the country. Government has formed a high-level commission for Information Technology (HLCIT) under the chairmanship of Prime Minister. At first, IT Information Technology policy was formulated 2004 in 2057 Bikram Sambat. Later, it was revised in 2067 Bikram Sambat. Remember these dates, uh, this and this. Information policy was were formed. IT park and with all infrastructure for IT companies is under construction in Bonepa Cabre with the help of Chinese government. You can see that building. Computer Association of Nepal (CA) and CAN was established in December 1992. Let's talk about the generations of computer. Computer was not developed in a short period. It has taken a long way, many years for development. The development of modern computers took place into five distinct phases, which are known as generation of computers. And these generations are actually on the basis of uh, time and the devices used, uh, classified on the basis of time, devices used. For example, in first generation, vacuum tube was used. In second generation, transistors were used. And integrated circuit IC is used in third generation. And in fourth generation, microprocessor was used. The computer you are using belongs to the fourth generation computer. We are using fourth generation computer microprocessor. We are using microprocessor now. Actually, fifth generations is also being used nowadays, but not in fully. It is not fully developed. Like advanced robots and biochips, biotechnologies are used. Actually, we will soon get fifth generation of computer. Now we talk about first generation computer. And vacuum tubes were used. This is the picture of vacuum tubes. You can read the this paragraph yourself. It's very simple. Actually, vacuum tubes were very big in size. So first generation computers were very big and they consumed a lot of energy and they produced a lot of heat. They were very slow but very big, uh, very big. It required a large building for installation. It was very big, and these are the examples of UNIVAC, Universal Automatic Computer. This one, ENIAC, and EDSAC. These are the example of first generation computer. And second generation computer, actually this transistor replaced 1,000 vacuum tubes. These 1,000 vacuum tubes were integrated in this small transistor. So the computers became compared to the first generation, the computer became very small and very powerful, very fast. And this was vacuum tube was this is vacuum tube and it was replaced by transistor. So transistor were used in second generation computer. And then the example of they were faster, cheaper than the first generation computer. They consume less electricity than the first generation computer, and they generated a lot of but they still generated a lot of heat. They use magnetic disks and magnetic tape for storage. Some examples of second generation computer: IBM 1401, IBM 700, Atlas, etc. Now third generation computer. In third generation computer, ICs were used, and they were smaller than second generation computer, powerful than second generation. The IC made third generation computer is smaller, cheaper. Okay, you can read this paragraph and you will understand it. Here are the examples of third generation computer are also given. I will also provide you pages for homework. And fourth generation computer, actually we using fourth generation computer. I have heard that we are also getting the latest version of CPU, central processing unit. i9 is coming up, or maybe it has already has come in the market. So this is i7. Yeah, most of you has the computer with i7. So we are using fourth generation computer. It was actually fourth generation started from 1972 to till now. The computers during the period 1972 the present are regarded as the fourth generation computer. They are very small in size. We can even your mobile can be also considered as fourth generation computer, smallest, cheapest, and it was very portable and reliable. भरपर्दो जहाँ पनि लान सक्ने portable than the previous generation computer. They were very powerful, and it uses GUI, graphical user interface, GUI operating system. We can use mouse, keyboard. So you can read this. Okay, now let's go to another generation of computer. The last generation of computer, it is fifth generation computer. Fifth generation computers are the future generation computers. The fifth generation computer will be under artificial intelligence, AI. Artificial intelligence, AI. Artificial intelligence means the endowing of machines with some of the characteristics of intelligence, such as learning, recognition, and reasoning normally associated with humans. The goal of the fifth generation computer is to develop computer that responds to natural language input, able to think and take self decisions. Till now, the characteristics of computer are: computer cannot think, computer doesn't have emotion, computer cannot decide unless the operator wants, and it does what the operator want computer to do. But in future, computer will understand you, computer will learn your language, uh, and and computer will be smarter than today's computer. Now here important points are given here. Was this very carefully have here. Okay, now here are some exercise are given here. You can do the exercise, fill in the blanks, and we have some questions. You have to complete the table, match the following, write the full forms. You can find the full forms in the book, and technical terms are given, single words here. And here are some questions.